Welcome back to Thrones Be the Game, where we discuss House of the Dragon and everything else Game of Thrones. How's everybody doing?
So far, so good.
Doing good.
So we have one of our illustrious panelists back this week. Jen, you're back first, so you're gonna jump in first. What did you think about episode 2? Oh no, let's talk about episode 1. What because you didn't get to say last week. What did you think about episode 1, and then tell us what you think about episode 2 and your overall thoughts.
Episode 1 was a lot. You know, it was a lot coming at you, and I can understand how there was a general consensus that episode 1 should have been the season finale from last season. Just for all intent purposes. I think the people that I liked the most were those old people that came out the woods. They were like, "We ready to die for it all." I fuck with those guys. I like them. Yeah, a bunch of old people that. Because I read somewhere that they had already decided that they were just going to die.
They're going to sleep right there.
So nothing to lose. Okay. Hey.
Evening, sleep.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good
nothing
evening.
to lose.
Go ahead, keep going, Jen.
But
Jen,
I got to talk about episode 2.
Yep, go ahead.
Because that man, the prophet Daemon, said, "I'm going to join his church." I said, "I'm going to join his church." Daemon preached to me and spoke to my spirit the entire episode. Okay. Number 1, if I can find me an uncle husband that speaks High Valyrian, I'm married. Okay, that's it. Okay, number 1. You know, Rhaenyra, she's devastated. Her son just died. Daemon said, "You're gonna let it be in vain." Took her out of that moment, got her reprioritized. I love when they were talking about going to King's Landing, and you know they said you won't have dragons to protect you inside the castle, and Daemon said she'll have me, and he meant that. Daemon took on a whole, how many was it? 4, 5, 6, killed them all. Fantastic. And then obviously, you know, swing long and swing strong. You know what I'm saying?
Or swing wrong. Yeah, that too.
She did that too. She did that too. But he said they will not respect you if you can't do it. Otto Hightower, we needed his head for a long time. So perfect. It was a perfect way to see him go. And then the poor other guy that, you know, after Rhaenyra takes his head off, finally, the other guy goes, tell my wife. You know, you don't want to hear it. But no, I think that Daemon is the best, I don't know, anti-villain that I've ever seen. Just his character story resonates with so many people in so many different ways. Okay. You know, I imagine Daemon as like, you know, the cool ginger people that aren't black, but kind of. That's Daemon. You know, I don't like ginger people or ginger or yeah, anyway. No, I just love him. I love everything that happened. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with Aegon while he's out hiding, running through the woods hiding. So it was a good episode. I'm happy about it.
All right, you Scott, your sister went first. You next.
All right. Well, a couple things. So I actually really enjoyed the episode. Definitely. I'm actually really interested to see what Thanos Targaryen got to say about the introduction of Otto back, because she's been screaming, "Where's Otto?" Like, "Where's Waldo?" for the last 6 weeks. So it's interesting to hear her take on it. I have a lot of questions about how Otto ended up where he ended up. Like, how did he got kicked out being Hand of the King, and no one had any eyes on him to the point where Larys could just snatch him up and throw him into the pits and no one noticed? Like, that's nasty work. Although I do like Daemon, I do feel a type of way that Daemon also got old boy's head, like he did my brother mid-conversation. Like, he never lets whoever he executes get it off. Like, he always catches them mid-convo, which I don't know if you notice about me, but I hate getting hung up on. Like, it pisses me off to no extent. So it kind of made me live it every single time that happened, because it's like, let the man get it off. You know, you already cut his head off there. At least, you know, get his last words. It was just mad disrespectful. That said, I really, I don't know. I'm interested to. Okay, Allison perplexed me because she was willing to She's willing to let her murder her son. She was willing to let her other son go into war, potentially to die at, because they were going to gang up on him as dragon. But Otto getting killed, the architect of all this fuckery, was the part where she kind of scoffed as if, I can't believe that you do this to my dad, which kind of just really threw me off. I didn't really know I was shocked that that's the position she took on that one. So that kind of threw me off. But other than that, again, excellent, excellent episode. I like the pacing of it. Oh, last thing, Rhaenyra's hesitancy to cut off Otto also kind of threw me off, because it's like he's the one who put in motion all this stuff. He doesn't push Alicent on your dad. He doesn't push your dad to take a male heir instead of you. None of this stuff happens. So her being conflicted over cutting Otto's head, that seemed out of character. That's all I really got.
All right, Thanos, it's on you.
Okay, can y'all hear me? Is this good?
Yep.
In response to what are Thanos' thoughts on Otto Hightower, I'm dropping the hashtag where is Otto Hightower, because we know where he is and he's in hell for sure. 100% that nigga is in hell. Moving on, Helena, you weirdo. She is so sweet, but she is such a nut. She is such a nut. Like, she's sweet, but we should still watch her. What you doing raising them chickens? What you doing raising them chickens, girl? What you need chickens for? And I guess I'll leave it off with.
So are you saying that she would be committed, like Helena would be like a psychiatric wing if it was in the modern times, we'd have committed her?
I wouldn't even impose myself on her like that. I would just keep my good eye on her.
Okay.
Yeah, you just gotta watch her. But last but certainly not least, favorite part of the episode was Daemon just reuniting with the Gold Cloaks. It was a little hesitant, like, well met. But yeah, it's my shit. He running this shit. So they remember who their daddy is. So I was here for it.
All right. Your mother can go next.
Oh, man. All right. Really great episode. Really enjoyed it. I gotta give cutest couple to Larys and Aegon again. I mean, because what the hell are they doing? Every scene.
It's like a buddy cop movie or something, right?
And where he said, "Oh, you finally stopped asking for milk of the poppy. Thought maybe it's because you don't need it." He's like, "No, dumbass, it's because I'm still not talking to you." Okay, like he wanted his milk of the poppy so bad. He is pissed that Larys didn't bring any. Then secondly, a good interesting scene was Miss Arya and Daemon kind of chopping it up about Rhaenyra, and it was interesting to see how they were kind of dancing around, like they're fighting for her favor relationship wise. It's an interesting pairing, and Miss Arya and Daemon seem to grudgingly respect each other, right? It's a grudging respect. Aemon didn't have to be such a jerk. No need to kill Sir Alfred, okay? I was so upset about that. That old man was nothing but sweet and kind, and he bringing wine and dropping off Raven's notes and, just trying to keep the peace in that wet-ass, leaking-ass castle. And Aemon didn't have to kill him, but we know that ends the strong line. So it had to happen. I wasn't ready for that.
I mean, Larys is still alive, so technically the strong line.
Well, you're right. You're sure right. Thank you for the correction. And then the last thing, it did dovetail very nicely into setting up the Aemond and Alice storyline. So it did serve as a plot device for that. But overall, really good episode. And I'm sorry, I'm going to talk about my girl because I am wildest dragonette. Rhaenyra, what are you doing? Why wouldn't you just fly home to your people, to your father, your sister, your aunts, the people who love you, who would have embraced you? I don't like how I feel like it's making Rhaenyra into a character, a mashup. I don't like where this is going. So,
all right, Sleep, it's on you now. Hey,
man. Shout out to the punk ass Strong, the young one. He stabbed my boy. He stabbed Aemond up. He got up in them giblets. I appreciated that. That made me real happy. They got my queen being real soft, man. My queen wasn't that soft in this book. She was. I don't know if they're trying to humanize her or what they're trying to do. But man, if you don't lop that fool head off and quit playing, like I don't understand what that was about. Like that was real soft, and she's not soft in this.
No.
Like, but maybe they're trying to demonize her in this. This is like a history book, so it doesn't really have dialogue and things. So maybe they made her seem like, she was just about that life. She was not about that life. She was boo-hooing and sad, and I understand she ain't got no sword training, but man, she was struggling trying to get that neck chopped off, boy. She was struggling. My poor baby. Her and sheep still they just look so homeless. They just look so. She showed up at that castle. Y'all not gonna help me? We never want to see you again. I was like, damn. I feel bad for her. It was a great episode. It's a couple character traits I didn't like. I didn't like the random like sexual assault with Alicent. Like I was like that. I don't know what that was about. But again, maybe they just wanted to make him even more dastardly. Like there's so many things that like are different from the book that I don't know if it adds anything or not. Like I don't know what they was gonna kill dude regardless. I don't know why you needed to throw that in there, but I still enjoyed the episode. It was really good.
Yeah, I think it's been cooking. They've been cooking on all some. Go ahead, Scott.
Sorry, I wanted to point out what Sleep said. The midday team take it made no sense. Like, okay, I mean, I'm not trying to justify it, but it was like there was no way he gets away with that, right? Like that was like he just pulled that out of nowhere. Like it wasn't like in a dark alley. It's like some scenario in which it was, it was something he was hiding someplace. He just like walked into her bedroom like in the middle of the afternoon, and he didn't even lock the door. And what exactly was the plan? Like that was the craziest thing I ever saw. It was almost like he was fucking around. I was expecting him to really go, okay, I'm just messing with you. Like what? That was just crazy.
The only thing I can think of, because that was unnecessary completely, the only thing I can think of is to try to give context to just how dire that situation was for Alicent. She had like 5 seconds. Once she saw Aemon flying off with Vhagar, she needed to go find the captain of the guard. She needed to go find the captain of the gold cloak. She needed to gather Helena's ass. She out there looking at bugs on trees, which we love her. We adore her. She's like, it's not even a season. She's like, yeah, we got to go now. And then she was trying to pack all her stuff. And I think I hope that the reason they did that was to highlight just how unprotected in that moment she and her child were. Now that Aemond is gone, Aegon has abdicated, and she's looking around, and it's only a couple people she can trust. She's trying to get out. But that being said, that a lot more planning could have gone into that. So maybe that's what.
Man, she was outside in the finest of silks trying to get away. I was like, y'all not blending in at all. You ain't no dirt on that. I said, y'all got y'all finest little garb on trying to get away. Like I was like, that's the worst travel gear to blend in. I was like, I just don't understand. But again, she grew up, isolated in the castle. Maybe she didn't know no better. But I'm like, if you don't roll in the dirt or do something before you leave, like stomp on that, do something.
It was as if the characters themselves knew that they were going to get away, and they were going to have to look like they normally do in the rest of the show, because like they didn't put any effort into cutting their hair, you know what I'm saying? Like dyeing their hair, walking with a limp, like just nothing. Like they didn't put any
Maybe the show writers are trying to imply like vulnerability, especially after the egregious mother-son kiss last week. So now we've got two weird sexual encounters with Alicent, and I'm like, what's the deal with them? Why does she keep getting sexually assaulted by the men around her? I don't know, but I just like it's weird.
One thing that I loved was, the black love time. Everybody had to get together for black love.
I wore this shirt on purpose just for that.
Hey, but the only thing that's messed up is Carlos had to get broke all the way down to want to have his family. He ain't got no crib. He ain't got no wife. He
He don't got no sweet meat.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why I wore the wig. I wore the wig again because he fumbled the bag.
I love it.
I mean, he
went
just
from flawless to
he's like, okay, well, my one son, he did save my life. My other son got a dragon. My other granddaughter got a dragon. I guess I'm team black.
He's coming up roses. I hate his wife and highborn children are no longer with us, or are,
Yep.
But now this band of brothers and family, they look like they're the most highly functional dysfunctional group on the show, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Flawless went from TN to YN.
Right.
No.
Yeah, I really, it was really cool seeing that, and he was like, and it was kind of powerful. He was like, man, I don't even care about your stuff. I just want the name. That's all we wanted. That's all me and my brother wanted was the name. We could give a damn about Driftmark or whatever. We can give a damn. Or high tide.
That scene,
we can get
that scene pissed me clean off. That part pissed me clean off. Not gonna even lie.
About him wanting the name.
Listen, after you lose everything, you finally like, yeah. And like, dude ain't used to shit, so of course he just wants the name. He never had. I'm sure it was fire up in that castle, bro. Like,
no, we saw the castle. That's where Lena and all them lived at. That's what we saw. That
no,
castle.
I'm saying he don't know what he was missing. He's like, I just wanted the name. No, bro, you missed out on a lot. Like, you missed out on the whole lot, and I understand you grateful, but man, me and my dad might have had to square up a little bit. Like, let's box or something, because you're gonna lose everything. It was smoldering in the background, and he like, I don't have much to give you. I can give you my name, man.
Because let's be clear.
That's just me.
The castle's what gave the name value. Like, you already had a name. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had a name with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the castle's what gave the name itself value. You know, like
I'm like, that's why that didn't make my list, because I was just like, here we go. You had to hit rock bottom to acknowledge your damn bastards. That's crazy.
Yeah, and more as we watch this series, I realized why they made the Valyrians black. It's easier to not talk about them in the former series because they're not there. So it's like, yeah, we can cast all them as black people. Like, it's not gonna hurt.
We'll
never saw any other ones.
We'll never see these niggas again. Like,
Right?
This is it.
Literally. So let's dive into the episode some. In my notes here, I got Aemon and Daemon are the same person, basically, right?
Absolutely not.
See,
No.
I thought they were. I thought they were going to be,
Absolutely
but they.
No.
Aemon is Aemon because of his dragon. Daemon is a nigga, dragon or not. The dragon just adds to it. The Aemon died shriveling on the floor, begging for help. That's who he is.
Hold on now.
You know,
He was
on the
baby.
floor crying.
He was baby John Wick when he hopped off that dragon. He killed about. He killed. He wasn't just playing with that sword.
You mean the untrained farmers that live in the old castle?
Daemon.
That was the garrison. That was the garrison that Daemon left. Those were straight up real soldiers.
That's
Like,
fine. My statement stands.
I think
I'm gonna be clear. I think
Daemon,
what I said.
I think Daemon and Aemond are like in this sense of being that second brother, that second son, and just that constant pursuit of validation. I'm just as capable. I'm just as smart. And even though I can't be king, in Daemon's case, it's like, damn, I couldn't even be your hand. That's why I don't like Otto, because Otto, you done weaseled your way in there, and Daemon can't even be the hand to his own brother. And with Aemon, I don't think he's that close with Aegon, so it's the same thing. I can't be king. They don't even want me as their right-hand man, so that's why I'm just so full of rage, and I gotta knock everything down in my path. Yes, Daemon is the more refined and revered knight, but I think they're the same in how their insecurities influence the way they navigate the world.
I agree with that. Second sons have a hard go of it just in general. But if we think about last episode of the last season, if Aegon had a group of soldiers that said, we are willing to back you, we prefer you be king, he would have taken that deal. I mean, he no questions asked, never thought anything else about it. I'm saying that Daemon, you know, morals are questionable, but I can't put them. I just refuse to put them in the same caliber. I just can't.
Hey,
So
man.
answer the question. Look at Damien. You last week Sleep asked everybody were they team green to team black. I'm assuming you're team black, or that's wrong. You wore your green today.
Does
So I'm trying to see.
anyone know anybody that's team green?
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, so
Anybody? No,
I wanted to clarify that because I admit that we may be a biased group because I think. Well, no, because I think initially, I agree with everyone's sentiments about the second sons. I think they attempted to make Aemon and Daemon parallels of each other. It's just that because we're team black, we give grace to Daemon is fuckery, and then we look at Aemon as being just pure evil in the things that he does. I mean, Aemon and Daemon backstabbed, people, and he betrayed people and did things for his own interest, and we just go, he was justified at the time. And then when Aemon does it, we're like, oh, that motherfucker ain't shit. So I think maybe we're a little bit biased. I think the attempt is to make them to be parallel to each other. I just think it doesn't read that way if you're team black. It just seems more like, Daemon is redeemable and Aemon isn't.
Nobody
gives brother by
Aemon,
dragon fire.
none of y'all give Aemon, or none of us give Aemon any land with the idea that somebody stabbed him in his eye. He ain't got no eye because of somebody fucking around.
Right. Hey, man, listen.
Think what just happened. Just like Aemon goes and takes Harrenhal, which is in play for everybody. He kills people who are there defending against what he would consider to be the usurper queen. We go, oh, he ain't shit. Daemon comes to the King's Landing, and the people who are trying to defend the actual crown king, we go, oh, well, Daemon did what he's supposed to do. He came to stab the king's guard. Like we gave him. They did the exact same thing. They both attacked the place they weren't supposed to be, and people that were there. We gave Daemon a pass. We called Aemon ain't shit for doing so.
Thus saith the Lord.
They legit set that up to have them doing the exact same thing at the exact same time, basically, and it's crazy. And I'm 1,000% team black. Like fuck Aemon, like fuck that dude. But like we forget if Daemon don't get high with the witch, Daemon was about to slide and try to be king. Like he is. They were skipping him for a reason. Like dude was a dastardly. Nobody in the. Nobody in the king
not gonna be tolerated for much longer.
No, they didn't like Daemon at all. No one liked Daemon. Like they kept saying, "Hey, you go over there and fight the triarchy," and they were sending him everywhere to not be nowhere around power. Like get him out of here. He was basically trying to smash his damn niece. Like why? Like I cannot forget.
Hey, Sleepy, he is redeemed. Okay, redemption. God came and spoke to him at the burning bush with that tree with the face on it, either or. And he saw the light.
I think you're confusing your books at this point.
and again, I hate all the greens, and I'm not an Aemon fan, but I'm like Daemon and Aemon, they two sides of the same coin.
That's what I'm saying.
Lies.
They the same kind, man. I mean, it's just that it's on two different sides. Even though you don't have to like Aemon. But Aemon like you said, he does the same exact stuff. Look, they say Aemon be flagrant with his dragon. So does Daemon. He was like, we could just get rid of all these bodies real quick, and I can let Syraxis do his thing, and like eat. And it's like, no,
that's the beginning stages of the CDC. He was trying to control. he was trying to control infestation and plagues from setting out. Again,
you win. And you win.
Of the people. Next topic.
Well,
Just change your name to Damon.
we should probably move on. I don't think there's anything left to say about that.
No. Well played.
That's it.
Well played.
Yes. Well met. Well played.
All right. So when Rhaenyra finally gets King's Landing, she's in the moment she has to kill Otto. Do we think that her stumbling and not being able to do that, does it give her or you feel that the show is making her look humane, or is it showing like cracks in her leadership potential and being able to really run this thing?
I lean more towards humanity.
Yeah.
Only because she's already been presented as the dragon queen that's ruthless and that's stealing the crown. doesn't deserve it. Basically taking the throne over by brute force and bullying. And so I think that for the people there, I think that for the people watching, the onlookers that are saying this is the succession of power. You know, you have to get rid of people that openly oppose you. So she had to do it, but she didn't enjoy doing it. You know, like when I beat my kids, I have to do it, but this is hurting me more than it's hurting you. You understand what I'm saying?
Thanos, what do you think?
Oh shit.
Probably a little bit of both. Not to say that she's unfit, but you just might not possess the type of, I don't want to say numbness, but you know, like cut this nigga head off, man, get it over with. Like she just don't have that type of, she don't have that dog in her, and that might make her not the best ruler. But maybe if y'all don't put her in positions to have to be chopping off heads, then we wouldn't have to use that as a measure of her leadership capabilities. If y'all wasn't usurping the throne, then we wouldn't have to view her through this lens of, oh, she can't even whack his head off. Is she fit? She shouldn't be in this situation in the first place. She should be making treaties and innovating King's Landing. So I just feel like it might be an unfair metric to measure her by.
She's no Cersei's, that's for sure.
Yeah, she's not gonna bomb a church. She shouldn't even be in this position.
All right, what about you, B? What you got?
I'm baffled. I gotta admit, I'm baffled. Okay. Because, like you say, book Rhaenyra ain't nothing soft about her, right? Mm-hmm. This would have been kind of light work. Also, too, young lady, 2 of your sons are now dead. What do you mean you're hesitating, hacking off the head of the man who orchestrated all of this? But we have to remember that she's grieving. She still is less than just a few days from, her oldest dying. She's still, and also too, she's thinking of all the things, right? Now they know there's that wild dragon has been tamed in the Vale. Remember, so there's so many things, and it's such a short span of time. I hate how they wrote her in this episode, primarily for this reason, because I don't believe the writers in this series have given enough depth to how Rhaenyra and Alicent's friendship, actually how deep it ran, right? We got snapshots, glimpses, similar to how they didn't really take a deep dive into her relationship with Lena. And so now they're expecting us to care that Alicent sees her father beheaded on the throne room floor, and Rhaenyra crying, crippled in grief, and, oh, I can't believe this in the chair. Are you serious? Like right now, are you serious? Who is this person? So I'm conflicted, and I'm a little bit confused. I understand they may try to be humanizing her, but I don't see, there's no need to humanize her. She's been humanized enough. 2 of her sons are dead, right? Her half-brother usurped the throne from her. Her old best friend was had something to do with all of these things. And so I think it's just, the book Rhaenyra would not have had any hesitation with any of this.
Yeah, she's way more horrible. She don't even look good from what they describe her. Like, go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, I mean, I find it completely unacceptable. Just completely, wholly unacceptable. Simple fact is that you're a dragon rider, and you brought common born people those dragon seeds, and you let them burn in the dragon pits on the hopes one of them grab a dragon. You're a dragon rider. You're willing to go and let burn people on ships. I mean, set them on fire. I got to be honest with you. Getting your head cut off way better than burning alive dragon fire or getting eaten by a dragon. Like, I mean, like your preferred method of murder is way more painful and gruesome than what you were expected to do. Also, you're gonna sit on a throne of swords. It's part of the fucking job. Like, I mean, you gotta warm it up. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what it is. And then
this
sit
is
there.
The life we chose.
Yeah. You know, and listen, also, okay, fine, you're grieving. Those are things that you have to consider before you get your ass up and fly the fuck over there to King's Landing. I mean, you had to have gone through that already. You sitting there in front of this court, people over, they've been locked up trying to support you, and I've been locked up for months. I could have just went ahead and bent the knee and kept her pushing, but no, you show up here now, you all conflicted, crying, sobbing. The dude, one of the cats that sent me down in these cellars. Now you conflicted about cutting his head off. Nah, that's not a good look. Absolutely not a good look.
All right, what about you, Sleep?
He said it. Hey, that's perfect. If I had been sitting in that goddamn cell, what just hungry, dirty, because I would not bend the knee, and you show up and you don't kill the nigga that put me in there swiftly, like get him up out of there. If I'm them people, I'm like, is she the leader for real? Like, do I really want to rock with her?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm them, I'm like, dog, is this because the Greens was ruthless? They get you up out of there. I'm surprised they didn't kill them folks. That's how how they was getting down. You finally get out, and this is like the moment where she acted like she was gonna kill her brother. You can't kill Otto, but you'll kill your brother. Where's the king? And all that shit. She was gonna cry when he came out too. He was gonna come out all crippled and burning shit. She was gonna be sad. What happened? Oh my God! If you don't kill these motherfuckers and quit playing, I've never been so upset at a scene.
Yeah, I mean, it's also if you look at it, I don't know if y'all tripped off the fact of her stepping through Otto's blood to get to the throne, and when she's getting to the throne, it's basically all this, and it's her reflection is in the blood. Like as you looking into the so basically I went through all this blood to get here, and it feels like she ain't happy about it. It's like when you finally, at least for for fellas, you're dating a girl and you really like her, and then you like she ain't even that. I don't even like her for real. Like I didn't. Now I'm dating her. Not even that good.
Another example. Boo.
Yeah, but all the fellas know exactly what I'm talking about. That's fine.
That works for women as well. When you finally get with a dude, it works both ways. Yeah. No need to.
No, but no, I mean, now one thing I did not understand, and maybe I did with the sacking of King's Landing is like the and that's something that maybe within the show they're not doing right. But they act like they hadn't seen dragons for real. There's a dragon pit there with like 5-6 dragons that's supposed to be flying around and all anytime.
They ran from Daemon and Rhaenyra, and he says when they were taking, he's like, who dares oppose us in our house? And I'm like, why are they grew up in King's Landing.
Dragons flying around them all the time.
Dragons. They grew, which is why it was such kind of a slap in the face when they paraded Melissa's head through the streets. It didn't get the reaction that they thought that it would, because these are folks who have grown up seeing these dragons fly in the skies around King Landing all of their lives. And all of that's hooping and hollering and screaming, okay, yeah, maybe they're coming to kill us all, but we know Rhaenyra, she was the realm's delight, right? They've got no reason to be so fearful, unless that's just the propaganda campaign that the Greens have been running, which is entirely possible.
And that's exactly it. They've been painting her as she's not the true queen. She wants to kill and take over King's Landing. Like she's unjust.
She killed the prince. When Blood and Cheese, they paraded that poor baby around town hollering, look what Rhaenyra the Cruel has done. So
exactly.
Part of it, yeah.
And they know, I hate to say it, they do live there. They know which dragon is which. When they know Daemon Dragon, and Daemon ain't down with the Greens. So if you see Daemon pulling up, Daemon got a reputation. Daemon got a reputation. Daemon's brother didn't even fuck with him like that. Like the king wasn't even fucking with Daemon like that. So if Daemon has always been an outsider, like his entire life basically, and he's with the evil wannabe queen, and you see that dragon pulling up, you gon' scatter. Like you gon' skedaddle. Like what does Daemon own?
And two other dragons you've never seen before, for real, or you haven't seen Vermithor in a long time. Let's say that.
Yeah. So I think that actually made sense to me. They used to the same 3 dragons flying around. You see this dragon you ain't seen since he left? Like Daemon had been left. Like he had been gone for a long ass time.
My point stands that none of these dragons are not familiar, right? They know all of these dragons. Daemon was in and out of King's Landing, as when he was fighting in the Stepstones, and when he was coming back from whatever from the Vale, from wherever he was at. So the point is, everybody knows who these fucking dragons are.
And they know Daemon Dragon when they see it, and Daemon don't belong there. They know Daemon Dragon when they see his dragon, and Daemon's team black.
Saying he like Debo when he pulling up. They like, oh shit.
You like, this ain't the regular dragon, and they know. They saw Aemon fly off. they're like Aemon gone, and now this nigga pull it up. Like if I'm a regular person, and I'm Team Green because I live in King's Landing. I don't have a choice. I don't know who they finna kill. I don't know what's finna go down. All I know is that the enemy dragons is swooping in. Like these ain't the regular dragons that's in the pit already. The other dragons in the pit, like they there, or they just flew off. They like, who the fuck is this? Oh shit, that's Daemon. Like I would have damn near pissed my pants if I'd have seen Daemon and the Queen pulling up. Like, what are they finna do? We've been working and living here the entire time. They could be mad at us too. Like we don't know what they finna. And again, Daemon has a reputation. I know we love Daemon, but Daemon has a reputation for just doing. He basically paid off the gold cloaks. He was gonna try to be king. Daemon was gonna try to be king at one point, which is why he had the gold cloaks and was doing the shit he was doing. He was building an army to take over and take his brother out. We keep forgetting that Daemon is a motherfucker, y'all. Like I know he's redeemed himself, but this nigga is a motherfucker, and everybody knows it. Like everybody, he has a reputation, y'all.
Are you done?
And the common folks would know it more so than anyway because they caught him in the whorehouses and they caught him in the bars and the brothels and stuff, not just in court, not just around the lords when he was on his illness. They would have seen what he did. Although I will have to say this, I can never backhand anybody without screaming out, "You have aired," because that was crazy when he slapped Buddy and they thought you have aired. That was nasty work.
Yeah, but he meant it. That was overdue. Somebody should have been done that because Elf is out of fucking control. But also too, I want to bring up something real quick. So I love how when they got the Raven note in the Riverlands where Daemon was celebrating with everybody, we neglected to talk about the Lannister head and Lion head on pikes and them having a blast in the forest, which just for one instant made you be like, oh, remember when the show used to be fun? Okay. And then they get the Raven's note. How Daemon immediately, well, everybody knew something was wrong, right? But he said what was going on. And then he told his top generals, young Lord Tully, Rowdy Piper, Sir Roderick, and the rest of his kind of generals, what the orders were immediately. Like, I'm telling you, okay, the Crown Prince is dead. I've been recalled back to Dragonstone. You all meet me in King's Landing. And then he addressed the men, right? The at-large group and women. There was Black Allie was there. We saw her. So she's a cool character. But that eliminates any misinterpretation. And a lot of what happens in Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon is people being like, well, who told you that? Well, the king told me that. Well, the king didn't tell us. Well, I'm the king now. You do what I say. But you're getting those orders to keep marching till you get to King's Landing. And he said, any word will come from me. Don't deviate from this plan. And then he had to get to the castle and remind Ulf and Hugh, like, hey, so you abandoned your post after 2 days? Really? Nobody asked you to think. So I love how it's him giving clear direction to the next steps and also correct.
Man, y'all letting Daemon get away too much. That dude went in there and slapped somebody, man. Up in there. Like, come on, man.
He needed to.
Y'all would have. Hey, y'all, they basically would be like, Suge Knight was all right to just be slapping up people with Death Row Records. Yeah, the engineer was messing up.
We look at some of our friends as in rose-colored glasses because I don't know if I could rock with Daemon for real. I'm like, if he was a real life person, I'd be like, get him away from me too. I don't like neither one of these niggas.
But what did y'all think about him slap? And you know what, Sleep? Going back to your original statement, I don't like the way they making us like feel sympathetic for certain characters.
They doing it on purpose, man.
Come on, man. Why you gotta go up in there and he just slapped them? And straight slapped them. Not like some listen here, like.
But he has been extremely disrespectful last season
saying.
with his feet on the table, and Jace was trying his best to try and big man him, but it's Jace. Jace is still young, so this is long overdue. Somebody should have been smacked the shit out of him. Yes. So I personally don't feel bad. Anybody who watched the prior season shouldn't feel bad either. Uh-oh,
Oh, I don't feel. Oh,
Go ahead, Jim. You're Damon's counsel, so go ahead.
Setting, Oath would have been beheaded by now.
Oh my God!
Remember those extra
damn.
birds? 2 more birds, 2 more. He's egregious, just unruly,
Uncouth, disrespectful, oafish, just
Out of pocket.
everything about him.
But he has a dragon, so I mean, what you gonna do?
And it's interesting that Silverwing picked him though, because his previous rider was like one of the best queens ever in Westeros. Like, so and like she was super nice to people and like she rode them all. It was her and Jacaerys together. You know what I'm saying?
Alicent, Queen Alicent?
Mm-hmm.
Her.
So like, and it's just interesting. She picked Ulf though. Like out of everybody, you picked him.
So
He
is
showed up.
the lineage in the show the same as the lineage in the books?
Mm-hmm.
It is. So Hugh's lineage, he was Viserys's sister, the one that went to Dorne, right?
Yep.
So who was
when her kids
Ulf's lineage?
dropped off? She just dropped off one of her kids. Like I'm out.
So who was Ulf's lineage?
See, that's the thing though, is that Ulf be changing up his lies and stuff. We don't know. He claims he's through Jacaerys, I believe, but then he'll tell somebody at the bar it's somebody else, and then he'll do something else over here.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously he's got some kind of Targaryen or Valyrian blood in him because he was able to get a dragon.
Right.
But it could be some low-level person. Maybe he just keeps amping it up to try to look more up there with common folk. I don't know.
Okay. So we're not quite sure. Okay.
But you can't be slapping nobody though, Daemon, man. Especially when they got dragons and you need them. Like you kind of in a position where you need them. Y'all done lost like 3 or 4 dragons already in the last 6 months.
So that slap was to straighten them up. That slap was
they're not
to
gonna
get
listen
their
to Queen?
head on the swivel.
No, but they told them to post up over there. That's what they did say. It's just that Daemon, in his mind, he'd be like, okay, if it's taking too long, y'all need to ride out. They don't have any of these military, mind states or
Which
training.
is why he had to slap him.
Oh my God.
Which is why he had to, because that's all he understands. You got to meet people where they at sometimes. You look, I run on energy. Damon met that man's energy.
But Daemon also know who to slap because Hugh, he wouldn't have did that to Hugh.
You notice who wasn't mouthing off? Hugh.
I know, but I'm not saying that he wouldn't have beat up, but
Hugh.
Hugh would have been a fight for him. Hugh ain't no small dude.
But Hugh's
Right,
smarter up here. He at least know how to follow some orders. He at least
people
know
know
how
who
to
they
shut
can slap.
trap.
Like, that's my
That's what
whole
I'm
point.
saying.
They know who they can slap and
Yeah.
who they can't.
Well,
I
'cause
just
he
fear.
needed it.
I
The
fear.
mountain got slapped no matter how out of pocket he was in.
I fear that they're going to try to humanize, if it follows the story, what happens with him by like, yeah, he was mistreated and this, that, and that. I don't want that. I just want him to be a fuckboy. But like, don't make me. They're doing it on purpose for both sides because we're not, but there are some greens out there. I see them in groups and message boards and all kind of, like, I see them. There's some greens out there. They're humanizing both sides to try to. They want people to like the greens too. Unfortunately, like they do. I mean, so they're humanizing people. He needed to be slapped, absolutely. I don't know about you. Just lost the crown prince and his dragon, and y'all losing dragons left and right. I don't know if I'm gonna slap the dude that just got the dragon. I might have to just let that slide a little bit. I don't know.
Yes. The answer, why are none of y'all in agreement? Yes, you slap him because he's disrespectful. Dragon or no, he's out of pocket. And because
But he can switch sides on you.
If you tell him nicely, he don't take it. He don't understand. You repeat yourself. If it come from Rhaenyra, if it came from Jace, if it came from Hugh, he won't listen. No, guess who ain't gonna mouth off no more and piss off their station anymore? That guy.
It's gonna be worse.
Yeah.
It's gonna be worse. It's gonna be worse than mouthing off. It's gonna be much worse.
You gotta have Ulf be more of an asshole, man. Like they got him like, man, he was assaulted as a child by the Red Priests. Now he getting slapped up by Daemon for kind of doing his job, and then it's like, oh man,
Not doing his job.
I need him to be doing some of the dastardly stuff he's doing, like riding around with gold, just butt naked with gold boots on. You know what I'm saying? Like he a Q or something on a horse.
Yeah, I need them to show the more reckless. I mean, yes, boots on the table is disrespectful, but I need them to show something else because since then, I don't feel sad for him, but I mean, there are people that would be like, man, he got molested. There are people out there that like empathize and feel bad for this dude. And I'm sorry, because he saw a green dude with antlers and he punked out. He just a regular dude that used to get drunk in the tavern. He don't know nothing about any of this. Like nope. He don't know nothing about none of this.
Is the molestation story for real, or is that just other bullshit?
I think that's real. I think he was being for real. Or do y'all think he's lying?
I don't know if you'll make that up. That might be a bridge too far. Getting fiddled with.
Yeah, but why would you tell it though? Why would you tell it in front of a bunch of strangers either? Though it's also, if it really happened, that's not something you share with people. First 2 or 3 conversations you had with them.
I guess you got a point, but I don't know. I feel like of all the lies to come up with, that's way at the end of the lie. The fiddle with is not. I might keep that one to myself. That's just me though.
I feel like he told that story so he kind of put his foot in his mouth a couple extra times, and it's like, oh well, I did those things because this happened to me, and now I feel like an asshole until you get your feet off the table. Of course,
Damon obviously didn't care.
Yeah, of course you get a couple extra chickens. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't care about none of that.
Damon don't care about none of that.
Hey, look, that might have triggered him or something. Damon didn't give a damn. Thanos, what do you think about Wolf White and the slap from Daemon?
I thought he earned it. I think.
Boy, I need lawyers like y'all in my life.
Hey, the women are hardcore, boy. They say.
And no man has been like overly on Rhaenyra's side since it started. Like since Daemon has been in Harrenhal this whole time, there's been nobody on that council present in Dragonstone that's been checking dudes. Like everybody's been able to talk crazy. Like I said, Jace tried, but this is the first time that somebody like who do not play about Rhaenyra is finally in their face. Everybody who Hugh and Oath have encountered so far play about Rhaenyra. So,
agreed.
I respect that.
Next question.
Yeah.
His counsel, the council of Daemon has rested. So with everything going on with the Aemon going to Harrenhal, what did y'all think about Aemon's, kind of attack of Harrenhal, and like how it was kind of parallel to Aemon, not Aemon, to Daemon's when he came, but Daemon was just kind of on some chill stuff. If y'all remember how he kind of came in.
I think it shows the juxtaposition. Aemon lacks impulse control, right? No matter if we believe the writers are trying to parallel him and Daemon, if we agree or disagree about that, Aemon definitely lacks impulse control. And who knows, maybe he grows out of it, right? Doubt it. But it was different in that Daemon was going to take Harrenhal, met Lord or Sir Alfred, the Castellan, right? And was like, okay, well, I guess I'm not going to kill y'all. Yeah. What is it? Is the pudding now served? He stuck around, but Aemon I didn't find it to be an impressive showing because he's got Vhagar, right? Vhagar's not letting anything happen to him. Everyone could have thrown down their arms, may have thrown down their arms once they saw who was coming, but Aemon takes pleasure in that sort of thing. So I because
that's just who he is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on, wait. Okay, the Queen and Alicent had cooked up a scheme. King's Landing was there for the taking. They didn't have to come in burning shit up because it was a plan of the scheme already. Old boy is going to Harrenhal where there's a garrison there, an armed garrison that is not going to just make him take nothing over. Like they're not going to be like, hey, you here, we good. Like that wasn't going to happen. The situations were completely different, and y'all got me defending Aemon, but goddamn.
No, my comparison was for when Daemon and Aemon both went to Harrenhal, not Daemon going to King's Landing. Yeah, I just want to make the distinction.
Okay, but and even the Harrenhal one, I don't think they had like there was no army there. It was just an old nigga and some cooks. Like like there was nothing going
Aemon was
on
ready
there.
for war. He had his full on. He had the full on his full on armor and everything. It was war. He was at war.
Like that was like
Green flag. Is there a green flag behind you that you want to
No,
talk?
Who, me?
no. There's no green flag behind this.
no, not at all. But I'm like, my man is going to like take over Harrenhal. He ain't going to like negotiate. He ain't going to do none of that. Harrenhal is Team Black. They have declared for Black. There's an army garrison there. Like he thought David was gonna still be there. Truth be told, he was surprised he wasn't there. He's like, oh shit.
And that's why if y'all notice he normally don't even armor up that much because he's scared he gonna die. So he wearing 15 bulletproof vests. Like, all right, my sister said I'm supposed to be dying. I ain't gonna die at Harrenhal. Trust me.
And Daemon and Rhaenyra show up and it's like they've already hatched the queen or the queen regent, whatever she is. Allison has already like hatched a plan. I'm gonna tell everybody don't fight y'all. Like y'all good. The castle is y'all's. My boy going up in there to take Harrenhal. He not going. Ain't no negotiating. Ain't none of that. And if you declare for Team Black, he taking you out. He not the one putting you in the dungeon. I hate my boy had to die because he was definitely down for the queen. When Daemon was teetering that line, he's about to snitch. He's like, hey, Daemon on that bullshit again. Daemon was on bullshit a lot, y'all. And again, if he didn't get high and messing with the little witch, we don't know what Daemon would have did. He was definitely trying to take over for a second. He was on his own mission.
Hey, but shout out to my man in Harrenhal. You know, he gave him that shiv in the back, right in the kidneys. He ain't hesitate. He's like, hey, listen, if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out.
And y'all know that Aemon was super scared too because that's the prophecy was saying he was gonna die there. That's why he was really crying to the priestess because that's the prophecy his sister said you gonna die at Harrenhal. So like when he got shanked, he was like, oh no, you gotta be kidding me. No, I'm not gonna die here. My sister been telling people this that won't die there. No.
Should have took fucking lunch then, sucker.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why.
What did she say?
You had 15 bulletproof vests on. You got me in one little small pocket.
Yeah.
That's why he was on Demon Time. That's another reason why he pulled up on Demon Time.
That was karma.
But
Also,
think about how
Helena,
scared all those people are when that Vagar pulls up and what can you do? That's what the guys in the garrison outside. Like, what can you do?
Yo, listen. Thanos said that Helena's a little bit of a nut earlier. She was very endearing to me this episode. When Alicent went to the captain of the guard and she's like, hey, yeah, stand down. They're like, yeah, but you're the queen dowager. She's like, no, by order of the queen, Helena, in Aegon's abdication, she is the queen. And she's like, I'll not see any beast harmed. And I'm like, yes, go ahead, girl. You know, she actually is coming out of her shell, but that is a total Helena thing to say, right? So much so that nobody was even surprised. Like, what did she say? They're like, yeah, okay, cool. And she played her little role there very well. Enough to be believed, right? Because they did stand down and allow Rhaenyra and Daemon to fly in unharmed. So I give a shout out and a throwback, an ode to the night Jaehaerys died. Remember, he had everybody in the dining room for a feast, and when Helena stood up to give a toast about, yeah, being married is not so bad. Mostly he just ignores you, But after she finished her speech, Otto gave her a little hand clap. I just thought that was cute. So, hey, listen, that's my girl, and she is a nut, but we love her.
Hey, she had a moment of clarity though when her mom was like, yeah, so Rhaenyra is the queen. She was like, but you said, hey, she low-key getting a little mad. She was like, but I thought you said Grandpa said Aegon was the king. Hey, she was like,
you and grandsire and everybody else, yeah.
She would line them up a little bit. So you motherfuckers been lying, huh? This whole time. I had to marry my weak ass brother and give him babies for nothing. I appreciate her. She's one of my favorite people. I like her.
But
She's pure.
Right, Thanos, you gotta watch her though. With one on your eyes, right?
With your good eye.
With your good eye. Yeah.
Hey, I got a question for you, D.
Yeah.
Is Larys a better Littlefinger?
Cause man, him having Otto in that dungeon as a back end way to get to keep himself on both sides of the game, he might be dog.
And had a message in that didn't trigger off unless Daemon showed back up. Like, think about Daemon don't show back. Hold on, like listen, Rhaenyra could have took it over, and Jace could have accompanied her. Like Jace could have came. Jace, we don't know that both of her kids are gonna die, and Daemon got to come with her. She could have showed up there with both her sons. This does not trigger Otto getting let out that prison. Like, only the conditions that Daemon show up, get let out. That is crazy.
Because he knows, first of all, he knows Daemon is a certified fool, and he knows that he will. Him saying, "Hey man, I got a little gift for you downstairs," will have him. Oh really? Because he was all like, "I got a gift." He crazy anyway. So he's like, "I got a gift. Take me to it."
And we never even see any beef between Otto and Larys in the first place.
Nope.
None. No.
If anything, they was rolling together on stuff.
Yeah. So it was out of nowhere. It was like the second Otto lost his seat. He was like, "Oh, I got something for you, player." Like
maybe Larys will end up confessing along him and Aegon's journey to Rook Rest. Like maybe that'll come up in conversation during their trek to their.
That I kept your
'cause
grandfather in the
know.
black cells. That's nasty work.
Yeah,
That's
he's like, yeah. Oh, and by
work.
the way, your granddaddy, I delivered him to
I
your.
wouldn't do that.
Now,
That'd be
I
a
think
mistake.
he's too smart in that. Larry's gonna be like, "I heard they got your daddy."
Yes, your
Also,
grandsire.
Think about it.
I got your
You was
granddaddy.
out here creeping over his daughter's feet. Okay. And you still like, where's the loyalty? Where's the love? You see what I'm saying? Like, man, you got that lady's daddy. And if Daemon had never showed back up ever, Otto would have died in them black cells. And the secret would have died with whoever he left that message with. That's crazy.
Otto was looking crazy too, boy. They pulled Otto out. I was like, "That's what your ass get." My boy
He had a
was
belly.
like,
I said, uh-oh.
He got
The
fat.
question,
How you get
the
fat
que-
being starved?
What if Aegon's feet look like Allison's feet? Does that create a weird situation? Like,
Ew.
"Come on, man."
But it's a lot of dudes out here that's built like they mamas. So
First off,
that might not be too far off.
we just saw a son kiss their mother, and we just talked about a sister having children with her brother. A dude jerking off to another cat's feet is literally the least weird conversation we've had.
No, thank
Literally.
you. No, thank you.
No, Sleepy, you bringing up a great point. I thought about Lars is a better Littlefinger. You are correct.
Hey man, my boy been cooking. Even from when he set up his brother back in the day. I wonder if he gonna confess that.
Again, it's second sons again. He's a second son.
Oh yeah, second sons are they're horrible, man. For the most part, I know we like Daemon, but for the most part, second sons are they're pretty trash. It just is what it is.
And you know what? Larys knows another second son too, though. That's probably why he knew that Daemon would be the one that he would give the gift to. Like, I know who to give it to. The other second son over there.
He damn near rubbed his hands together. He was like, "For me." When he looked at the little peephole, boy.
And he turned around like, "You gotta be kidding me."
His eyes got bright.
Oh man, when he looked back, he said, "Yeah."
You was my brother hand, and you poisoned. Daemon probably like, "You poisoned my brother against me," and this, that, and the third. And he been wanting Otto out the way for a long time. So
for more than a minute.
Yeah.
All right, next episode. What do y'all think is gonna happen? What's the predictions for the next episode? Everybody go around with one prediction.
Betrayal.
Yeah.
Betrayal.
Any people of who betraying who are
the spoilers, but
this overall. Oh no, this overall betrayal. You saying?
Yeah. I expect a little more. They're going to have to develop this Rhaenyra storyline. They're going to need to start fleshing that out. So I'm looking forward to that next step. I'm not looking forward to because, like I said, I don't like the turn that it's taken, but maybe we can see where it's actually going to go next episode.
What about you, Jen?
I'm not sure, but I'm excited to see what happens.
And so are you like, how long will you be defending Daemon in this this lawyer position? Like, How long is your?
Well,
You went for the you on retainer?
you know,
You basically on retainer?
listen,
Damon Cochran.
I've had to defend an older brother before, so experience with this.
No,
All right,
and
Timo. Go ahead, sleep.
in her defense, I don't think Damon's gonna do anything crazy from here on out. I think Damon at this point, we know after that great speech he gave and how he hopped off like, Targaryen Wick and was just killing everybody. Like I feel like we know he's locked in. So I like Damon too. I just know that he be doing some fucked up shit. So I see both sides.
Yeah.
I think she's good. And she's a great lawyer. If I get in trouble, I would like her to be on my retainer as well. She's good.
All right, Thanos, your prediction.
No predictions, but I'm interested to see how Aegon and Larys' journey goes to regress. We'll probably get more action since we only got a quick scene of them in this last episode. So if I had to predict, I guess it would be who they will run into. I don't know if they'll make it all the way to Kriston Cole. So maybe they'll run into shit. I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Thank y'all for listening. As always, we'll see y'all for next episode. Peace.
Thank you. Bye.